Crucifixion described by a surgeon. Suffering in Gethsemane. Jesus entered into agony in Gethsemane, and his sweat became like drops of blood falling to the ground. The only evangelist who reported this event is a physician, Luke, and he does it with the precision of a clinician. Sweating blood, or hematidrosis, is an extremely rare phenomenon. It occurs under exceptional conditions. To provoke it, there must be physical weakness, accompanied by violent moral distress caused by deep emotion or great fear. Scourging and crown of thorns. The scourging is carried out with multiple leather strips to which lead balls and small bones are attached. The executioners must have been two, one on each side and of different heights. They strike the skin with lashes already altered by millions of microscopic hemorrhages from sweating blood. The skin tears and ruptures, blood spurts. With each blow, Jesus reacts with a start of pain. His strength drains away, a cold sweat permeates his forehead, his head spins in a nauseous dizziness, chills run down his back. If he were not held high by his wrists, he would fall into a pool of blood. Journey to Golgotha, Calvary. Jesus walks barefoot through uneven, gravel-filled streets. Soldiers pull him with ropes. The distance is about 600 meters. Jesus, fatigued, drags one foot after the other, often falling to his knees. Jesus' shoulders are covered with wounds. When he falls to the ground, the beam escapes, slips, and scrapes his back. The crucifixion. On Calvary, the crucifixion begins. The executioners strip the condemned, but his tunic is glued to the wounds, and removing it produces excruciating pain. Anyone who has removed a bandage from a large wound knows what it is like. Every thread of fabric adheres to the raw flesh. As the tunic is removed, the exposed nerve endings tear. The executioners give a violent tug. There is a risk that all that pain may cause a fainting spell, but it is not the end yet. Blood begins to flow. Jesus is laid on his back, his wounds embedded with dust and gravel. They place him on the horizontal arm of the cross. The executioners take measurements. With a drill, a hole is made in the wood to facilitate the penetration of the nails. The executioners take a nail, a long, pointed, square nail, place it on Jesus' wrist, with a precise hammer blow, drive it in and hammer it down onto the wood. Jesus must have contorted his face horribly. The median nerve was damaged. One can imagine what Jesus must have experienced, a piercing, extremely sharp pain that spread through his fingers and shoulders, reaching his brain. Hours on the cross, Jesus is thirsty. He has not drunk since the previous afternoon. His body is a mask of blood. His mouth is half open, and the lower lip begins to sag. His dry throat burns, but he cannot swallow. He is thirsty. A soldier extends a sponge soaked in a sour drink, commonly used among the military, on the tip of a stick. All of this is excruciating torture.